Star Wars, Knights of the Old Republic, number 23, Knights of Suffering, part 2. Terrace. Dreadnought Parja, return the captures to the South Orbital area for processing. You too, Gratua. I don't have all day. And try not to blow up any more tankers, Jagarlar. They're fun to watch, but I'd like to get to Coruscant before my son has sons of his own. I can see why it's brought in. The Republic doesn't need to fight back when we have our own forces slamming into each other. I'm trying to get the word out, Cassus. But a lot are bucking your system. We're the Mandoade. We don't have systems. Oh, we have systems. We just never keep them for long. It's the Nomad's curse. We move on before we're finished. But I'll make you a deal, Gormer. You listen to Cassius Fett, and your son's sons will have nothing to do, because you'll have conquered everything. Far below, in the lower city, headquarters of the Resistance. Lady, don't! You touch that trigger, and I'll give you to the Mumo. The kid's my bounty, stripy head. You! Oh. Back off, Jedi. No, Gadden Beck. You back off. You're still a criminal, and I'm still a constable. So we've all decided to do the Mandalorians' work for them. Is that it? Call your people off, Senator Goravis. The hidden Becks aren't here to fight. I'm not sure everyone got the message. Gadden Beck, is it? Stay your hand, Ronate. I think it's safe. He's the Padawan killer, Senator. Him and the Snivian. Let me take care of this. Hold it, lady. We told you to back off. You're a criminal, too. You're shielding him. You're blasted right. Zane's not the type to kill kids. As a matter of fact, he saves them. Zadra, show the constable what he found. Knock, Tali. You found them, Gadden? Zane did, and he agreed to come with us to bring them to you, even knowing what was in store for him. That sound like a friend you want to have, doesn't it? He's no one's friend. He's a Sith. Now, just a minute. What happened? It's all right, Zane. You were shot. Was it set to stun? It sure stunned me. I think my case took the brunt of it. I do have to get the concession on these when we get back. Rana, you know the Resistance needs people, and people with the hidden back skills. And the kid's with me. Do you want my help or not? He's Zane Carrot. He killed the Padawans of Terrace. And I'm the Senator of Terrace. What's left of it, anyway. You were detached to me by the Chancellor himself. You will yield. What about justice, Senator? Shell, I want it too. Our justice. I don't know if there is such a thing as a Mandalorian law, but I sure as blazes don't want to live under it. We need all the help we can get. I don't know whether to accuse Gadden's gain or thank them, so I'll do as I'm ordered. Your message said you needed medical help. Yeah, but I can't move my injured over here with the Mandy's in the way. I can send Ronate over. The shuttle she arrived in can carry 3 passengers, and it is outfitted for stealth. You've got a way off the planet? Why don't you take it? You have good people who work for you, Gadden. Would you leave them in their hour of need? Hey, this feeder, it's mine. Yes, we found that when we found the kids, Constable. Turbo Thalion, looking for me? That's rich. What did he pay you to find me? Enough. He was going to get the criminal charges dropped against me and my friend, and take care of most of the bounties. He's really pulled out all the stops to find you. Things must have gotten pretty thick for my blue friends since the Mandalorians invaded. The rumors are true, you know. I bought off the senators for Loshan Industries. In exchange, they and all the other terrorist corporations supported my bid for the Senate once terrorists entered the Republic. Sounds like a fair trade to me. Yes, but strange things happen when you take your seat in the Senate. Some honest people become crooks, and some crooked ones become senators. I became more interested in the people than the payoffs. When the riots started and Gerbo pulled his company off terrorists, I followed him halfway across the galaxy, pleading with him to change his mind. Finally, I even threatened to go public about the bribes, but before I could, the Mandy's invaded. It's ironic. I wanted a title. Now it's all I've got left. Garavis, senator of a few city blocks of the lower city. At least you're a real man of the people now. Of course, old friend, I can't say much for the people. Hello, Gerbo. It's been a while. Coruscant, this is Muscle. I'm claiming your bounty. What are you doing, Dale? Let him go. And what bounty? I thought you and the senator were friends, Gerbo. Evidently, the Chancellor's inquiry has made friendship less valuable. Stock price is not doing so well since the onslaught, Gerbo? One factory after another blown away. I don't think they'll be able to tell there ever was a colony on Wayland, much less a factory. You bought us time for a couple more years' profits, but if it were proven that we bribed terrorists into the Republic, Loshan Industries could be dissolved. Or worse, can't have that. Now, Mumo, complete your... You release the senator. You want him? Take him. Pooh. Yeah! Stop this, both of you. Stop this at once. Gerbo, tell your man to stop this. Yes, I think I will put a stop to this. Receiver, adapt voice authorization, activate. I knew the Chancellor had sent a Jedi to find you, Garavis, which is why I had a backup plan. The bomb in Griff's briefcase. Huh? Primary target identified. Detonation sequence beginning. No need to run, it's a big one. But what's one explosion on terrorists right now? Wait, don't do this. I mean, the politics thing, it's all just a racket, right? Yes, I guess it is out of the mouths of idiots. Goodbye, Garavis. It was nice working with you, but I'm afraid you're all fired. Ding, 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 ding. What happened? I don't know anything about this, Senator. Perhaps... Ooh, an MM40 thermal charge, casing enough detonite filament to wrap a Gundark. That's a nice one. A nice one? Why didn't it go off? That blaster shot, I'd guess energy flux overloaded the connection here. See? Always a problem with these fancy detonators. Don't use them myself. What are you talking about? How do you know? It's a bomb. I love bombs. I mean, really, you have no idea. Gerbo, I'd like to negotiate a new deal. What do you say you put up all your considerable political resources into getting some real military aid sent to the front, to the resistance? Like this transmitter, we've needed a way to beat the Mandy jamming for weeks. An emergency transmitter ought to be in every Republic home. You put them there and forget about me, and I'll forget about you. That's that. Now we'd better get back to the war. Deet. That case was shot and stabbed, and I carried it. Senator, did you say you've got a healer? Ah, there you are, Jeriel. I've been listening to their chatter in the cockpit. The Mando 8 are still focused on the invasion. They will not have personnel to do more than watch our other captured vessels for a while. Still no word from below? None. Your other Jedi friend and I have been discussing how long we should wait. We have decided nothing, but we thought it would please you to know that we are talking. I keep thinking Camper will call, but he doesn't know where I am. Adaska took my locator bracelet. You are distraught. We Mandalorians deal with problems in the Mandalorian way. Perhaps I can help. Follow me. I just have the thing to occupy your mind. Inside the terrorist resistance stronghold. Shell, I've been trying to get your attention all day. I'm working. Leave me alone. Shell, please. Where's your little brother? Where's Shay? Why do you want to kill him too? Shell. He's someplace safe. Someplace else. Someone sent me a lot of money. I assume it came from the Jedi Order. It was enough to pay for the family we've been staying with to take Shay to our grandparents' place in Ord Mantell. But why didn't you go with them? There was enough for both of you. I needed the money to put a bounty on your head. Shell, I sent you that money. My dad forwarded it to you from Telerath. Liar. Where would you get that kind of money? I earned it, sort of. Wait, you put a bounty on me? You? I tried to, but before I could set it up, the Mandalorians started landing in force. I've been with the Resistance ever since. A bounty on me? I thought we had something. We had something? You killed my brother. And you helped. Nice to meet you too. You got me wrong, lady. The Griff doesn't murder. What about that business back there with the senator? He and Rana told me about that. I didn't say I don't deal with murderers, or people who want to murder people. Killing's just not what I do. A matter of taste, really. I've never killed anyone in my life, and as far as I know, Zane's never killed anyone either. At least he hasn't in our travels. Pretty sorry for an enforcer, I know, and I doubt that he'd go too far in the Jedi Order with a record like that either. Then who killed my brother? I did. At least that's what he's told himself, but you know the truth, Shell. I couldn't have killed your brother. That's true, she wasn't standing close enough to him. I saw where you were standing. You killed Camlin. Canilla killed Shad. Everyone to their own students, I guess. The dark side of the Force has clouded his mind, Shell. He's using it to try to persuade you now. Fine, Reyna. Whatever gets you through the night. Oh, wait. You can't get through the night anymore, can you? A guilty conscience will do that to you. I guess we should be glad to know she has one. Psst, kid. Crazy Jedi alert. Leave it alone. You see? Anger, defiance. He hates me. Look at him now. I hate what you've done. You believe me, don't you, Shell? I wish I'd never met any of you. Sorry to interrupt, but before we all kill each other, maybe we should look for another target, a military target. We've just learned that Cassius Fett, has come to review this operations from Highport. He's using your Jedi Tower as his command center. Should that mean something to me? I don't know what you've heard, Senator, but the Jedi are not involved in military actions. You don't have enough people to storm it. Maybe, but maybe we don't have to storm it. Hey, you mind if I keep this bomb? My brother keeps stealing mine. Back aboard the Mumo Willaway, you're good, better than you have any right to be. And she can be a better still, a warrior can tell. Keep training, it will fill the time until Zane returns. Mandalorians, who can figure them? He's been wonderful to me. Oh, I know. Intellectually, I know, but my senses are all twisted when it comes to that guy. Seeing him just reminds me of Flashpoint and what Demigol did to me there. Well, remember what Roland did for you there. He saved your life. You said his people were calling him the Questioner after that. Yeah, now people are calling my master the Revengist. We're living in the days of snappy sobriquet, whatever that is. Almost makes you forget how deadly serious it's all become. Jeriel? I'm sorry, I've been such a mess lately. Camper's gone, LB hasn't moved since he left, and Zane. Don't Jedi refrain from emotional connections? Physical contact? No. Oh, there's a school in the Order that's always been pushing for that. Wherever there's 3 people, there's one who thinks the other 2 shouldn't have any fun. Their voices become louder since the Sith War. Turns out the children of Jedi are often strong with the Force, too, so you could say that the proponents of love have a certain practicality on their side of the argument. And besides, in times like these, it helps to have something to hold on to. Malik. Not now, please. Adaska really abused my trust, and Camper, I understand. I don't want to replace your friend. But when you're feeling better, you might ask yourself something. Is it not now, or is it just not me? Inside the Resistance stronghold, the Jedi Tower has a garden plaza and landing bay at its lowest level. The Mandalorians are using that floor and all the ones above it. But like most things in Highport, it's built on top of something else. The foundation is part of an old atmosphere control complex. An air scrubber, basically, to cycle smog out of the terraced streets. Vents, tunnels, generators, our kind of landscape. We got demolition charges in last week's raid, but we have no way to set all of them off at once in a controlled explosion from afar. Our new friends have just given us that, whether they intended to or not. Can I press the button? Really? Well, I really want to press the button. It's okay. Destruction is the one thing he is good at. Senator, are you sure you want to do this? What about the people who live near the tower? Apart from the sky bridge, it's set off from the residential blocks. That's why the Order bought the building. Most of the arenas around are already evacuated areas. And the Resistance ought to be able to clear the lower city foundation beforehand. But you don't know. What if they've got prisoners up there? It's a war, kid. Then what if Cassis isn't there? You've wasted your munitions. I agree. We need a same-day recon then. Renate, is there a way from the foundation into the Jedi Tower proper? There's a single ventilation shaft going from the foundation up the spine of the building, but it exits on the storage floor, and the opening's been sealed. Someone would need to be inside the Jedi Tower to unlock it. A 2-person job, then. Do your rules prevent you from showing us the way in? Senator, I've told you. I'll do it. I've gotten out of that place enough times I can get back in, and I guess it was kind of my idea. But you're not one of us, Carrick. I am. I'll go. Shell, I appreciate your enthusiasm, and you've been a marvelous help to us, but this could be... I visited there, Senator. Have any of you? And there's some bad memories there I'd like to put to rest. Then I will go as well. Shell will need protection from the Mandalorians and from the boy. What? If you have fallen to the dark side, she needs protection, and if you haven't, you're still incompetent. Well, she's got you there. Enjoy yourselves. I have a pot of food paste waiting for you when you get back. Oh, no. I'll need you with us in the Foundation, helping us to stay in touch with the team in the Jedi Tower. Me? Yes, Rodent, you. My writers will be busy, and you're the one that likes to play spy on the comlink. It's settled then. With the hidden Vex, the Resistance strike back. It will be all right, Shell. This mission, we can use this. I need you to promise to finish the job if you fail your brother. You could never fail. I won't try to fail, but I don't think I'm going to live much longer. I've seen it. He's powerful, and he'll be on his guard against you now, but there's another way with this. The jewel you gave me after Shad died? The crystal from your brother's lightsaber. The day after Zane killed the Padawans, we removed the crystals from all the Padawan sabers and sent them to their families as remembrances. The weapons are still in the tower with the things we moved into storage. I will teach you how to unlock the tray and reinstall the crystal. Your brother's lightsaber will dispatch your brother's killer. My brother's killer? You will have justice one way or another. It's my prophecy and my promise. Crab's hot list. They're hot, and they're worth a lot. Just when you thought they were gone, they're back on the list. Marn Hieroglyph. Bounties, 8 totaling, 124,000 credits, wanted for accomplice to murder, treason, racketeering, fraud. And he's moved out in the front thanks to the big kick from Loshan Industries. We swear he looks a lot like the guy in the Hollow. Zane Carrick, 10, totaling 81,000 credits, wanted for murder, treason, destruction of property, escape. Just when you thought the Navy had ruined it for us all, he goes back up into the big board, plus 20 large for the piracy rap. Keep it coming. Slisk, bounties, 1, totaling 40,000 credits for piracy. Nothing like stealing spaceships to help a guy rack up some big bounties fast, but honestly, who could get sore a sweet face like this? Kelvin Garnitrope, 5 bounties, totaling 63,000 credits for murder. You know, this is the picture we got, but I'm just willing to bet this maybe ain't the Corellian Strangler. I mean, come on, don't you have to be tall to strangle people? Cracking up the colonies. War-making corporations act weird by Crab's Noblest, adjudicator editor. I thought war did strange things to the customers, but now I think just having too much money is what it does. You know that gigantic bounty issue a ways back on some geezer? My contact said that tracked back to Adascorp. Then there are those rumors that company bought up Zerska's whole line of HK-24 droids. Finally, in the wake of losing Lord Adaska and the Arcadian legacy to a Mandy raid, the company's board yesterday offered our little profession 100 credits for each Mandalorian confirmed killed in the system near Arcania. They seem to have forgotten that we are hunters and not an army. It's also slipped their minds just how many Mandys there are out there, and how any one of them is tougher to whack than our usual 100 cred target. Thank you very much. And finally, I don't think they bargain on just how enterprising and or foolish some in our set can actually be. Word is that just in the last few hours, the redemption station they've set up has been swamped with people, bringing in Mandy helmets from junk shops and costume parlors all across the colonies. Seems nobody involved tripped to the fact that a price per head requires an actual head. And just now I hear the folks at Loshan Industries have agreed to kick a lot of supplies to the war effort for free, while also throwing 100,000 into the Marn Hieroglyph lottery. But not dead or alive, just dead. Hey, for that money, they can have him seared on toasted flat cakes with a Rhodian breadfruit in his mouth. What did this guy do? Scratch the CEO's speeder in the parking lot?